Hello everyone, I'm Beastly14. Today I want to share with you guys 14 new mods released recently for 1.19.2 and 1.18.2. Check the title cards if you want to find out about the mod loader and the Minecraft version for each mod, and let's get into the video. But first, a word from our sponsor. Yahaha Studio is a new user-generated content creation platform for 3D multiplayer interactive experience. Basically, it allows you to create and publish virtual content without coding experience or server knowledge. Simply use the available templates, components, and smart assets in Yahaha Studios to create your unique game. Here's an example of how you can make use of its features. So let's say you want to make a prop hunt game. You can select this pre-made template called hide and seek. Then you can access the asset library to find whichever prop you feel like adding to the map. Then place it in the place that you prefer. Once you've done that, you'll need something that allows you to turn into that item. You can pretty much find all of these in the Components tab within the asset library. You can import or add this component on your model by selecting it. Then you'll need to click on Add Community Component. Now all you have to do is to get in game and check if it works. And that's pretty much it. You can now turn into a motorcycle. So yeah, give it a try. Click the link below and start creating your dream games in Yahaha for free. Thank you Yahaha Studio for sponsoring this video. The first mod that we have is Mob Animation Plus. This mod adds new animations for a couple creatures and monsters. The second mod that we have is Spelunker's Charm. This mod makes caves exploration more interesting by adding a few mechanics into the game. When a TNT or creeper is set off on the ground, it can cause a tremor. Tremor can cause rocks and stalactites to fall down. There are new minor variants for zombies and skeletons and a bunch of other related contents. The third mod that we have is Enemy Expansion. This mod adds in a couple new zombie variants with unique behaviors into the game. For example, the Slugger does more damage and can charge at you when you damage it. The Huntsman will punch you away when you get too close to it. Check out the CurseWatch page if you would like to learn more about these creatures. Continents is a mod that transformed the Minecraft world into these giant landscapes with varying biomes. You won't be able to notice anything different over a short distance, but if you've got a good PC or use the Distance Horizon mod, you'll be able to fully take in the beautiful sceneries. Nightmarecraft has recently released a bunch of mod series, and the one that I'm highlighting specifically is the Mobs mod. All of the creatures are animated with unique attacks and behaviors. However, most of these mods will one-shot you even if you've got good armor. This is one of those mods that I believe to have the potential to pop off once they've done a little bit of rebalancing. The next mod, Bag of Holding, is a simple mod that adds a few bags that can hold your items. Bags made of different materials will have different holding capacities. The cool thing about this mod is how convenient it is. You can view the contained items by hovering your mouse over the bag. You can also right-click an item on the bag to put the item inside. The enchantment Preservation allows you to keep the bag even after death. Baby Fat simply adds Renchu goldfish into the game. There are over 300 texture variants of these goldfish, but only 3 of them can be found in the wild. To get the other variants, you will need to breed them yourself. They can be bred at sunrise when there are less than 6 goldfish nearby, as well as having at least one new plant called water lettuce in the 10 block radius. After that, we have Sanguis. This mod adds a bleed mechanic into the game along with a couple items. Unlike the usual bleed effect, this one uses the Souls-like bleed effect where you take a chunk of unavoidable damage when the bleed build-up is full. To create and use the items, you first need to obtain the Unbound Blood, which can be crafted like so. The items that you can obtain include this cool set of armor, the Blood Ladder, which procs bleed effect on groups of enemies, the Crimson Grace, which applies burning damage to mobs nearby with bleed effect, and the Flash Terror, which lets you shoot your blood out as projectiles. Dungeons Content is a mod that I've reviewed before, but I've decided to give it another shout out as it's recently updated to 1.19.2, and all of the mobs have animations now. This mod adds by far the most amount of content from Minecraft Dungeons into Java Edition, so give it a try. The next mod, Supernatural, adds vampirism into the game, along with a couple new monsters. If you get bit by a vampire illager or player, you will get a status effect. If you don't cure it with milk or die before the effect ends, then you will turn into a vampire. As a vampire, you get a few permanent status effects. You also don't need to eat anymore. Instead, you will now need to drink blood to review your first bar. You can obtain blood by attacking mobs with a bottle in your offhand. You also cannot stand in direct sunlight anymore, but you can wear a helmet to solve this issue. Visuality is a mod that adds different particles into the game. The fabric version is quite popular, but the forged version has just been released in the past few days, so go check it out if you didn't know already. Wabi-Sabi Structures adds a couple new structures into the game. These structures are sometimes trapped with machines or enemies along with some decent loot. Unlike Mother Ruins mod, I think this one actually has some meaning to the structures and it makes exploration a lot more interesting. Alright, so the first fabric mod that we have is Sword Parry. This mod allows you to block and parry attacks. Blocking attacks allow you to lower the damage taken, but right-clicking right before the attack lands allows you to parry, which completely negates the damage and knocks entities back. However, as you can see, it's quite difficult to land a parry, so make sure you get enough practice. Alright, so the last mod that we have is Wondrous Wilds. This mod changes the birch biome and adds in two new creatures, the woodpecker and firefly. The woodpecker will peck on wood logs for a while until they make a nest. They also have the ability to interact with any block by pecking at it. They will attack players or woodpeckers that intrude or break their houses. To tame these creatures, you will first need to give them something fun to interact with, then stay at a safe distance and watch them play. Once tamed, you can give them items to hold on to. They can hold up to one stack of an item. The firefly, on the other hand, doesn't really do much, but they will occasionally fly to mobs and players to sit on them. There are more info on the new additions, so make sure to check that Curse Watch page. So yeah, that's it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.